nail shapes. So I'm sure you all know about LGBT and what it stands for, but before that, let's kind of go back and see what ideas are behind the acronym, alright? So there is gender identity and sexual orientation, and those are two different things. Gender identity is about which gender you feel you are, which gender you identify as. It's something that depends on you and you only. It's a one-person thing. By the way, don't say transgendered or a transgender. It's transgender or trans, and it's an adjective. On the other hand, sexual orientation refers to the combination of the genders in a romantic or sexual relationship formed or desired. So it's basically the combination of your gender and the gender that you're attracted to. Gay can refer to both homosexual men and homosexual women, but because of misogyny, women can easily be erased, so they have their own name now. Oh, and don't shorten words when it comes to names of minority populations like Lizzie or Homo, because they have a long history of being used pejoratively. So we now know that gender identity and sexual orientation are two different things. They are as different as size and color. You can be a transgender woman attracted to women, which makes you a transgender lesbian woman. Just like a t-shirt can be yellow and plus size, or a frappuccino can be a grande and vanilla flavored. Now back to LGBT. The first three letters refer to sexual orientation, and the last one, T, refers to gender identity. I've seen so many people being kind of confused about this distinction, which in some cases makes sense because they themselves feel that such a distinction doesn't really speak to their own gender and sexual experiences and behaviors, because generally speaking, words are limited. But conflating gender identity and sexual orientation just because you're ignorant isn't cool at all. Even sometimes can be quite disrespectful. So don't assume someone's gay just because they are transgender, because that's like assuming someone is a liar just because they have a big nose. Now, one of the common mistakes which I wanted to talk to you about today actually comes from both inside and outside the community, and that is using the word straight to refer to cisgender heterosexual people. A straight person is a heterosexual person, meaning they are attracted to the opposite sex. Well, I don't believe in sexual dichotomies, so I should say one of the other sexes, but you get the idea. Anyways, a straight person can be transgender or cisgender, and cisgender means not transgender. The Japanese media have a lot of catching up to do, because they even use the word issei aisha, heterosexual person, to refer to cisgender heterosexual people, which is wrong apparently. But I've also seen lesbian, gay, and bisexual people here use the word issei aisha to refer to just anyone non-LGBT. So I guess the blame isn't on the media alone. Anyways, so when you ever want to talk about cisgender heterosexual people, make sure to use the correct expression. Now on to the second point that I wanted to make today. The correct expressions do not necessarily describe the whole array of human gender and sexual diversity. They are correct only in the sense that they comply with the LGBT framework that our societies are starting to adopt to understand human gender and sexual diversity. One thing to note is that there is pansexuality, asexuality, demisexuality, omnisexuality, genderqueer, and X-gender, which is quite a popular term in Japan among especially younger generations of transgender individuals. These terms call into question the validity of the LGBT acronym as the framework for understanding human gender and sexual diversity. Besides, I can't help but wonder why sexual orientations are determined based only on the combination of genders. Why not the combinations of, say, different foot sizes or various types of nail shapes? In the LGBT framework, someone attracted to a particular type of people with their gender not in consideration is simply called bisexual. It doesn't matter what criteria, no matter how important they may have. Then why do we, including myself, use the acronym LGBT or LGBTQ if it's a flawed framework? Well, I use it because I want to respect the lives of queer people who have historically experienced discrimination, LGBT discrimination, where people have been divided into men and women, cisgender and transgender, heterosexual and homosexual, based on which you can be discriminated against. So LGBT people do not exist in a vacuum. We have that name because they wanted to call us something that is different from the norm, and they chose gender identity and sexual orientation for it. Most of us queers have accepted the framework and negotiated it and tried to settle with it through things like creating new terms to replace the old ones. And now we have the framework called LGBT, but it can change over time. So it's not definitive. It's not the absolute answer. There's no such thing. But at the moment, it's probably one of the most effective frameworks that can be used as a tool for fighting discrimination. And it's far from perfect. That's a dilemma, but if you're serious about making the world a better place for queers, it's something that you have to keep in mind. So that's it for today. This was the Queer Day video of February 2016. Queer Day is the 9th of every month. So I will be back with another topic on the 9th of March. Meanwhile, I will be uploading lesson videos every Friday. I will try to upload lesson videos every Friday. So stay tuned. Bye!